Concrete sucks, especially on construction cleans. So I put together this little test window here, put concrete all over it, and I'm just gonna show you how to remove it with Titan Cement Off. This is a concrete dissolver. I suggest putting the cement off in a spray bottle or a pump spray if you're doing a big job. So to apply cement off, you are just gonna apply it to the whole window so that you get all the concrete wet. And it's gonna take about anywhere from, I would say, 10 to 20 minutes to really dissolve. And then you're going to make sure that you keep the concrete wet. So you may have to apply it a couple times, and then you're gonna rinse it off with water. So the whole idea here is we're never scraping and we're never scrubbing with the scrubber to make any scratches in the window. I'm about 5 minutes in on this. As you can see, some of the concrete is already starting to really break up. But then the larger clumps here are still staying pretty together. So a lot of this smaller stuff will come loose pretty quick. And then with these ones that are still pretty well on there, I'm going to apply more. This is at the 5-minute mark. Now at the 10-minute mark, some of these bigger clumps here are able to come off pretty easy. Probably I'm at the point where I could just rinse this off, but I'm just gonna let it dwell longer. If you're on a big project, you'd have a lot of windows. It really wouldn't be too bad as far as time goes. So I'm gonna let that dwell for another 10 minutes, apply it a couple more times, then go rinse it off. Okay, so I'm exactly 20 minutes in. This is how it's looking on the glass. I'm gonna take this outside and safely rinse all this concrete off. One thing I would note, I'm doing this inside as a test. This stuff is not very fumy, but for some reason, if you do have to do it inside, make sure to open a door. Gets a little bit strong after a while, but nothing too crazy. And you'll see a lot of this stuff on the bottom here. Just wipes right away. Really nice product. Give the window a good rinse here. You see there's some left on here. Whenever I've done this before, I've usually had to go in. I don't love doing it, but just agitate these small spots just a little bit. If you have ones like that, I would say just to apply a little bit more of the cement off and let it sit. I definitely got some still left on there, so I'm gonna go ahead and get more of it and let that sit for just a little bit longer. So even though it takes a lot of time, it's worth it so you don't have to pay for new windows on a construction clean. Obviously, this is one of the things that really sucks about a construction clean. So for some of these small specks, just keeping the water going, running my finger. Definitely some that are being a pain in the ass, especially on this lower part. Yeah, this part at the bottom, it's not coming off easily. I'm not scrubbing it. Concrete sucks. So you see there quite a bit of kind of mineral deposits from it. That is all smooth. So this you can all just do with a white pad at the very end or with your strip washer. Many times that I've done this before too, I've found that it takes about 30 minutes, especially for the bigger spots. So once you get to the point where you can kind of run your hands over and not feel any of the concrete, now it would be okay to use a scrubber. And at that point, we give it one more good rinse here. Give it a good scrub with the strip washer, because what you're going to see is if I was to remove all this, look at all those, look at all that stain. So it's not damaged the window at all, it just needs some good extra agitation. There's a lot of minerals in there as well, so that's why you're going to see that. And boom, window clean. So all the concrete is gone off the glass. There might be a little bit of small remnants that you might have to take off with just a little bit more detailing, but that is how to use Titan Cement Off to remove concrete on windows. I hope that's helped you in your construction clean adventure. Just remember, construction cleans suck. Not everyone has to do them.